Boy, I hope this thing has been working properly the usual times that I bring up things on my home screen. Okay, so this is this is an image of Our Lady of Fatima. So, Catholic. Jesus rose from the dead. We believe this on account of the witness of the apostles and St. Paul, among others. And his mother Mary has, we would say, appeared to many people over the centuries to, basically remind them, well, Jesus is God and you're maybe not doing his will as well as you could, but you just have to do this or that or the other. Our Lady of Fatima is particularly famous among many Catholics because of certain prophecies and things like that I don't care very much about, but she is nevertheless very important because she is one of the most recent apparitions, back about 1914 or 17 or so, sometime around the First World War, and she predicted one or both of the wars. I need to go back into the lore again. She appeared to these three children. Two of them died very young. The third one, Jacinta, I believe was her name, went on to become a nun and lived into her 70s. And she, along with the people who had seen a famous miracle that even atheists had written about, called the miracle of the sun, where the sun is supposed to have danced in the sky and have gotten very close to people, it certainly appeared to have, to the people in Fatima, at the place where these children saw the apparition of Our Lady. The dancing of the sun, okay, nobody but the children saw Mary, but at the one time when everyone was called and saw the miracle of the sun, it was written about in atheist newspapers, in Catholic newspapers, it was a phenomenon at the time. It was quite an anomaly, and it captured people's imaginations, and it made them think for a second. What the hell is going on in Fatima in Portugal? Over 100 years ago this happened. And we're not just talking country bumpkins from a predominantly Catholic country. There were atheists there. And the government itself was not particularly favorable, well, at least to the children, if not to Catholicism as such. Don't forget, there were socialist revolutions at this time, and you'll remember in the Second World War that there was a fight between the nationalist fascists and the socialists, so it's not unbelievable that there was an opinion against Catholicism among certain governments in the West. Anyway, today is the feast of Our Lady of Fatima, and the United States bishops have asked Catholics to fast and to pray. In particular, to pray a rosary for the sake of the Supreme Court justices. I'll let you guess what they would like you to pray for. I didn't look very deeply into it myself. I know what I'd like, but lest I create too much of a ruckus, I'll let you figure that out for yourself, and I'll say, if you'd like to pray the rosary, I'm going to cut this a bit short, not that anybody watches this anyway, but if you do, and you'd like to take, I don't know, half an hour to pray your rosary afterwards before you go to bed, I will cut this just a bit short so that you can do this. I would pray it myself, but, well, I've already prayed my rosary, plus I don't know. Excuse me, let me shut my phone off here. My apologies. I don't really have a rosary per se, and while I could do it on camera, I just got off work and I will stop making excuses. Suffice to say, I'll cut it short for y'all to do so, if you would like. If you are Catholic, and if you're not Catholic, but you do have any opinion about the Supreme Court, and wish to commend it to God, well, I'll give you time to do that. I'll let you leave it in God's hands. As for those who just want an outcome, well, I don't know what to tell you. It is my hope that God will do what he will do. That's all I care about. I think I know what he'd like, but, well, as is a common phrase among so many Catholics, God writes straight with crooked lines. Okay, enough gassing about my religion for a bit, even though it's not really my religion. It's what's been handed on to me for 2,000 years, etc., etc. Let's get into the game, shall we? So we are still doing our Kiev series, and of course we are killing it. And we are going to make our first colonies over here. Okay, there is one you know what? Never mind, it'll be fine. Alright, so we pretty much worked out our whole turn, so let's keep going. We are doing pretty well here, because we're allied. We're even allied with the guy who we've been proselytizing here, Basil, if you'll remember. I was going over and converting every part of his empire. He was not really happy with that, but he eventually accepted it, and now
Kiev is one of the most beautifully built cities in the world. The houses there are entirely made of wood, their rooftops out of roadgrass, and it rains with great vigor.
Awesome. Wait, if that's the name of a city, why? And if it's not, why is it made out of stone if what Ibn Battuta has to say is true? Now I'm curious. Okay, I'm going into the Civilopedia to look this up. You can't just do that. You can't just give me a stone. Okay, what is it? An East African city-state, once a major destination for trade in the Indian Ocean. At its height, it contains some of the finest architecture in East Africa. Okay, the Great Mosque, which remained the world's largest mosque until the 1500s, and Husuni Kubwa, a classy palace, both of which survive to the modern day. Considering our holy building for Eastern Orthodoxy is a mosque, I guess that stands to reason here. The Dara Mare is actually pretty attractive too, but I felt the mosque would suit our needs better. Okay, and over the centuries it wrested control of until it was abandoned in 1840. Okay, cool. And we get envoys, and does that mean we can do anything new with city-states yet? Oh, we can! And it looks like there are plenty of places that don't have a suzerain as yet, and I'm not gonna wrestle with them yet. But I'm gonna send at least a, well, actually, let's see if that does anything. Lahore bows to Russia, the first suzerain of theirs in the world, which is fascinating to me considering, again, if you'll recall, they're over here, right next to Poland. Is Poland really just not that interested in city-states? I don't know, but whatever the case, we've got our apostles over here, and we're ready to convert. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna get everybody pissed off with me. This is gonna be good. More grievances. Georgia's unhappy. I don't care. Alright, the kill was built and they're happy because of that. Awesome. We discover the majesty of Paititi, a natural wonder. Oh, where? I don't see it. What? Maybe it's not here. I don't think it is there. It's got to be something else. And the first suzerain of Lahore. Yeah, yep. We established that already. Okay, tribal village over there. Maybe I can send my courser over here. Doesn't seem to be doing any other good. I know it's keeping the fog of war off of that island, but I'm not bothered. Alright. Oh, Oh! Oh, another little mountain range. With tribal village stuff here. Interesting. Very interesting. And, Caguana, who want a great merchant. I know we've been on a roll with the great merchants and that. Raja Todarmal. Trade routes you own, gain +5 gold for each specialty district at the destination, gain an envoy. That's interesting. You could get a great general, or Yi Sun Shin. Good. Frankly, I could get whoever I wanted. I could get a great musician. Do I have room for such? Probably not. I have room for another writing. Not to mention several relics. Unfortunately, nobody's really had the power to do anything to my guys, not to mention none of them really have the ability to generate relics at this point. Which is most unfortunate, because relics would really be a tourist booster. Not that I need it. I've got so much tour. I wonder who... I mean, okay. Does it show tourism here? It does not. Might not until later anyway. Okay, so... Okay. Ugh. Let's try and bring the focus back here. Great artist points, archaeological museum, maybe. I think... And Reina, you... we could purchase districts with gold if we wanted. I'm going to wait to build districts so that I can buy them with gold. And instead try to build something else useful. In the meantime. Maybe another wonder? Ooh, what could we build? The Potiala Palace for a diplomatic slot? That's not really useful to me. Maybe, but not really. How about... No. We'll try for the Colossus. I don't think we'll get it, but, you know, it's nice to dream. Kozelsk? What would you like? What would you like, hon? Okay, first of all, let's look at the governor there. Aquaculture, Please tell me you're moving. Fuck. I think I screwed this up somehow. I think I'd intended to put Reina in Kozelsk and Liang in Pskov. And I think I've blundered that. Fuck. Not what I intended to do. Shite. Well, now what? Now that I've got you here, exactly where I don't want you... Let's see. And I know I just traded these guys off last turn, so I'm not exactly sure what to do. I probably had something in mind, and I just don't remember what it was. Yeah, and yeah, that makes more sense to me. I'm sure I probably had something in mind, but that actually makes sense to me now. Okay, and it doesn't carry over, unfortunately. Well. In which case, In which case, maybe I should go for a different zone instead? Especially considering I have distinct housing problems. Oh, not to mention a dam. A dam down. Not really... Oh. Hey, that'd be nice. Remove the woods. Do I look like I care about that? I don't know what I want to do. We'll just keep trying for the Colossus for the moment and see what the hell happens. Also, meanwhile... This place needs more housing. We need... what's a good way to get more housing in? We have an industrial zone, which helps a little, but not enough. The only really good places to build a preserve is going to be that one, I guess. Okay. And of course, we're going to do the thing that our guys are famous for. Getting involved, getting our religion in the middle of everything. And of course, getting the mouse stuck. That can never be discounted. That's always a pleasant feature. And I don't know why it's doing it either, frankly. Okay. I don't want it to do it. It's just annoying when it does that. Okay. Despite that, though, we're doing alright for the moment. Alright. Anshan. Rest and repair, that's not gonna happen. We'd need to be in friendly territory, wouldn't we? Can we spread a few more times? Let's spread a few more times. Wait a minute. Ah, crap. I needed him to fight some battles. Okay, pay attention. Yeah. Let's fight. Nice. Frankly, this is just overkill, and I should feel bad. But, hey, I'm doing the Lord's work. I can't feel bad about that. Doing the Lord's work is a good thing. Thank you. I'm glad my building of walls pleases you. I'll build more. To keep you from getting too sad. Also, the Renaissance era is quickly coming to an end. Probably not gonna get another golden age. Although, of course, that would always be nice. But, again, I don't expect it. Nor should one, frankly. Stop wriggling on me. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna keep my fingers by... I wonder why my mouse keeps sticking to the screen. I mean, you could see what was happening there. You know what I mean, right? I hope you do. Okay, susceptible to flooding? I don't care. That's fine. Okay, builder. Build a camp. Spread! On Georgian chant. Always a popular one. Byzantine chant is popular as well. Alright, man. Okay, no spreading anything for the moment, which is probably just as well. Let's build some walls. Because, well, I believe in building bridges more than walls, at least. Unless you need walls to hold up your house. Lord knows people don't like to live under the clear blue sky, and I don't blame them by any means. Walls are, at one and the same time, overvalued as well as undervalued. Walls define things. They define the indoors from the outdoors. For instance, I am glad to be inside of an area that should have air conditioning. That's another story, though. Rather than somewhere that doesn't, considering it's been ridiculously hot this week. Walls can separate people, but they can also separate people from things that would threaten them, if you take my meaning. Not necessarily just from other people, but from the elements, from filth, or from just generally things that would make you less human, or make you feel less human. Walls have their uses. That being said, after I've built some walls, I do also like to build bridges. If I go through going medieval, I should like to show you what I mean at some point. Going medieval, by the way, is a colony simulator game, so like, if you tried to build a city like this from scratch. It's a pretty young one. Oh, hello there. Forgive me if my mouse wriggles a lot. It doesn't mean to. Why would I want that? Take this. Jadwiga, you have a very noble theme, by the way. And that crown... Is it me, or does that crown kind of feel like it belongs in an anime or something? It's too fantastic. That dress, maybe not an anime, but it's equally fantastic to me. I realize it's in an actual picture. Very stately. Okay, World Congress time. What do we do? Buildings in this particular district. I mean, frankly, my holy sites are already quite fine, but whatever. I've got Diplo to spend. Duplicates of honey, I think, grant additional amenity. I think that's one of the few that I actually had plenty of. I'm not sure I want to spend all my Diplo on this, but honestly, I would like to throw my weight around a bit. Okay, but on what, exactly? I could just do the city center. Is there anything in the city center that I care about? Or the government plaza? I mean, I'm honestly not concerned, because again, I'm blowing everybody away, so it really doesn't matter, but... I'll just go with that, because I don't think it matters. Ooh. Pretty. Hey, it even fertilized some of our land. That's cool. That's nice. Alright, so what do we get? Oh, a lot of agreement here? Good. Nobody's out to deny everybody. So I wanted industrial zone. Everybody else, except Tamar, wanted campus. I mean, no, Tamar wanted campus and everybody else wanted city center. So industrial zone it is. Nice! And incense doesn't... And who the fuck decided that? Okay, so... Tamar threw all her weight behind that one in order to make incense not grant any amenities. You're horrible. Okay, you people... Oh, and salt, you didn't want that, and... Man, what is it with these people? You people are terrible. You should want your people to be happy, I would think, right? Surely I'm not crazy in thinking that, right? Do I need cargo ships in order to trade across the sea? Not that I think I could do it anyway, but it would be nice. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna transfer you to Kozalsk, and you can build a road to Brasilia. You do that. Oh, I see why I had her there now. Nevertheless, I think this is probably gonna be better in the long run anyway. Now the question remains, where should I send this guy next? I think the best place would be over to the continent, but I'm not sure. Okay, and we have our first settler here. I say we have him build along the floodplain here. Because otherwise he's not gonna have access to... Wait a minute. That area doesn't flood. And won't flood. That would be great. Alright, trading post created, additional grievances, don't care. Diplo victory points because I won Diplo point? Anyway. Pause for a second, let's give you a promotion. Master Debater. Not really, of course, but hey, we've got to have our fun, you know. And go to Lahore. Sukhumi Bay, Pitsunda Bay, the Antarctic Ocean? Do we have any exploratory ships? Because it would be nice to explore down there and see what's going on. Whoa.
One had a twisted design, red, on a green ground. Another, all prickly angles, yellow and black. A third was ornamented with scales of blue and crimson. A fourth was in quarters, like a melon.
St. Basil's Cathedral. Apparently we are doing the Russian variety here. Tundra tiles. We have tundra tiles here. Where? Oh, we do. Ah, well, okay. That changes what I want to do with this guy. We're gonna send you north. That way we can make those tundra tiles even more useful. Okay, meanwhile... Trade. Where would be a good place for me to trade with? Probably Brasilia, honestly. It's gonna be a short route, and it'll be probably one of the closest routes to go to. Okay, now it's time for some theological combat. Haha. Since I've run out of spreads here, why is it clinging to my mouse? Sheesh. Cut it out. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Why is my mouse clinging to this? This is so stupid. What is this? Why? Why is it doing this? This is... Okay. Whatever. I don't know what this is about, but it's pissing me off. Ooh, a Bavarian scout. Oh, sorry, barbarian. Awesome. Alright, alright, alright. Yes. Now what? Well, seeing how this is a religioso place... You know, it's tempting, but I'm already pulling in gold. I'm pulling in gold, plus I don't need that shit in my life. I don't need banks in my life. They're not good for you anyway. I wonder if the Taj Mahal might be it for me. Maybe the Terracotta Army? Or the Forbidden City? Is there anything I'd like to produce, maybe? I say an industrial zone for this reason. I mean, I fought so hard for it after all. So it just makes sense. Alright, so I lost suzerain status over Mexico City. That's unfortunate, but I've still got plenty of other bonuses. I think making friends with Caguana is a good idea. I mean, because my science is okay, but let's be honest. Religion and culture are where it's at, man. They didn't. Oh! Well, at least I've got a relic now.
It is a beautiful and important monument, and an international intercultural treasure. Unless and until it can be shared by both religions in harmony, which would be a grand idea, it should remain a secular building, honouring both religions, who have made it beautiful.
Don't know who that fella is. But I'm inclined toward the reconciliation, one way or another. Of all men. Anyway, but for the moment, I'm not going to concern myself with the discussion of politics beyond the obvious question. Oh, crap, I forgot my map, by the way. Let me pull that up. So, yes, Our Lady of Fatima. By the way, Fatima was also a brand of cigarettes back in the 50s. So, yeah, Fatima cigarettes as well. Our Lady of Fatima cigarettes. That is very pleasant. I don't smoke myself, but at any rate. So it looks like our coastal colonies are going to be named variously either Azov or Tumutarakan, which is going to be very, very interesting. To me, anyway. Okay, it's great to be back on Broadway. Okay. Who has a place for a sculpture? The Art Museum in Veliki Novgorod. Donatello. Ah, yes, the good Ninja Turtle. Can we transfer you to another city, bro? Not until we do a little trading here. I don't know why I clicked on you. I don't actually have an interest in you. Not you, you. We'll make you go there next turn. Now, this trader from Veliki Novgorod has done us a great deal of good, but I think it's time that we move him to do other things. Maybe Haliach? Or Gordian? Ooh. Is there a city farther south than that? Sharikumis? Perhaps? No, there's no real point in going much farther than that. Hagamanta is even shorter somehow. Tarsus shorter still. Let's do Tarsus. Alright. Cool. Alright now. We have a settler here. We have a settler that's gonna go over here. But we also have this guy. What shall we do with him? I'm inclined to put him here. Perhaps. My coursers are doing great work. They're doing the Lord's work here. And this guy is not going to be able to do anything for us. Oh well. Now what? Again, I'm not doing military because, again, this is in response to what a certain real-world Russia is doing that I would rather that they didn't, because I have great respect for Russian culture, which is why we are playing as the Russians. Ooh. Let's get him. I think that will be very good. Yes. And another golden age! Oh, yes! And how long before the turn ends? Oh, yeah, man. Oh, this is a good idea. This is gonna go great! Now, I don't know exactly where he showed up at, but, wherever he shows up at, yeah, he's gonna be quite useful. Okay. Oh, and, we nearly have our, switch in, governors, which means we'll be able to buy a district in Kozelsk soon, which will be quite good. The faith is spreading quickly, though, making real inroads. Sorry, Jadwiga Han, but trust me, this is the right way. Eastern Orthodoxy in this world, babe. Come on, come on. I mean, because I am God in this world. Okay, at best I'm a demiurge in this world. Guiding one particular civilization. You know, the theology in this game is kind of weird, considering... You know, it's kind of Jewish, actually, because, you know, that's the whole Jewish premise, you know? That God's leading one particular people, the people Israel, in order to bring them to have, well, okay, so it's more secular in this game, but to have some kind of reward of God. I'm not exactly sure how the Jews...
The Great Ball Court is also very impressive. I would like to have seen them play a game, although it sounds like the end was pretty violent. I think it was safer to be a spectator.
Who is Isla Deb? I don't know, but we've got that thing now. Just keep the wonders piling on, why don't we? We need a larger population. Unless, of course, we build a preserve, but we don't need that anymore. Of course, just buying that will be of great help, I'm sure. Where else should I go? What if we did buy a wonder, perhaps? How much does this one cost? 920 production. And what can you do? 315. Huh. So, still shouldn't waste it. Well, that being the case... What is something we could build in a timely fashion? Probably the Terracotta Army, but it must be adjacent to... That one's gonna be difficult. Adjacent to cattle, and adjacent to a commercial hub. You really gotta think some of these through. Personally, I'm inclined to do with a city that has a large amount of production. Maybe Galich. Yeah, let's try that. Well, wait a minute. So, Forbidden City in Civ 3 had some interesting potentialities to it. What does this do? It just gives culture and a wild card slot. Maybe not there. Maybe not Galliage, then. Because I really don't like those flood mechanics. Really doesn't jive with me, man. Torre de Belém. International trade routes receive 2 gold for every luxury resource. That could be useful. That could be very useful indeed. But of course we could also... That's slightly less problematic. I mean, because of course part of the problem is, one of the stipulations is, it has to be a city... It has to be next to one of your cities. And my cities are already pretty well built up, honestly. I think... Prone to flooding, though. Honestly, maybe I'm underestimating Kozelsk. I mean, after all, he'd be offering like a third of... He'd be offering like a third of the way there. Let's try it. See what happens. Awesome. Let's see what happens. I have a good feeling about this. Might be a gamble. Something tells me I should wait until 2/3 of the wonder is built to do that, but I'm gonna try it. I mean, it's not like I'd be losing very much after all. Except a great deal of faith that I sunk in, but yeah. Honestly, if people aren't convinced by now, I can't help them. So what then? What shall we do next? Honestly, I don't think encouraging anybody else to settle here is a good idea. We just do not have the space, honestly. Much as I would like to, but we just don't. A chancery might not be bad. Doesn't really do anything that I care too much about, but may as well. I can purchase another apostle. Galliage, did we manage to build a Lavra for you yet? We did? Excellent. And my governors are finally established again. We built... Unit can be promoted. What shall we promote you with? Anti-cavalry or attacking ranged or siege, pillaging I say, I mean, it frankly doesn't matter, because what are you doing anyway? Nothing useful, if I'm being perfectly honest. What then? What shall we do then? Honestly, science is doing fine. Culture is doing great. I'm not eager to keep losing my minds to things. I'm not willing to build that. I don't know what to do, honestly. And I don't want to remove rainforest due to the bonuses we're getting, so I'm not sure what to do. Best I can think of, probably a commercial hub. I think that's about the best I'm gonna get. And I'm gonna try to remember to keep my apostles around for theological combat. Alright! And we have our first settlement. But it will not be called Voronezh. It will be called... If I can... Let's pull up the city screen. It will be called... Tmutarakan. And we'll make the other one Azov. That being the case, what should we do? Housing is a bit low. I distinctly remember putting governors here as being an important feature of our social policy. But I don't remember exactly what I had in mind. I'm gonna hold off on buying anything and set it instead to, build a monument, just for the moment. Gonna spread more orthodoxy. Yes, yes, yes. The city of Tmutarakan is the first city of its kind. And that means we can... Oh, orthodoxy is already alive and well here. Perfect. Oh, but founding it where I did means I can no longer found a city there. What if I founded a city here? Well, it would be right in the middle of the ocean and kinda not suitable. Can't found a city there. Gotta found it somewhere where it's probably gonna flood. So we'll get a maximum of 3 cities, I think, on this little barrier island here. Also, what the frick is going on here? Okay, I want to do something about this because I do care about my city-state, so I'm gonna talk with him a bit. Could you please, please, please make peace with my bleeding city-state? Okay. So I can't attack him on account of the fact that I am presently allied with him. Grr. Well, that makes me rather angry. Rather irritated. Well, stay there. There's not much you can do at the moment, but just hang around for a bit. Actually, if you are gonna do something, I'm gonna send my crossbowmen out into the middle of this. And since my governor is now established, perhaps I can purchase... Oh wait, yeah, that's right, I can't because the population's not high enough yet. I feel like I've made some maybe less than ideal choices in my time. Can I at least build a fishery yet? That is something you can do, right? Aquaculture can construct the fishery improvement? Wait a minute. Oh, you mean this is something that you build with a builder? We're gonna find out and probably get very angry about this. I'm not happy about that. Probably just made a really stupid decision there. Well, things being such as they are, frankly, a little stumbling would make this more interesting. And it has been almost an hour. Now, like I say, if you do take an interest in doing the rosary for the situation going on in the Supreme Court, I by all means invite you to do so, and I'll be getting off in about half an hour to let you go do that, if you would like. Awesome, dude. Saint Mark, pray for us. We're nearing the end of the Renaissance era. This era has gone on for a very long time. Okay, honey, in exchange for 1 gold and a bunch of Diplo. Come now. Alright. This has been going swimmingly. Well, seeing as the Renaissance is nearly over, oh, we can use him. Oh, I didn't notice that before. This was a great idea. And if we use him one more time, we will have a free city. Alright, let's promote this guy. More debater, please. More master debaters, please. We want master debaters for our unique little religion here. I love this. In a way, it's kind of like Plague Incorporated, if you've ever played it. Wow, this area is wild and unsettled. I should definitely consider building something over there just to antagonize them. Okay, maybe not just to antagonize them, but you know what I mean. For the fun of it. At least I call it fun to just get all up in people's business. Where shall we go? I love this stuff. This Georgian round, or it's not chant. Oh, great.
Had I been present at the creation, I would have given some useful hints for the better ordering of the universe.
Oh, shut up. You only wish you could create anything half as decent as this. From scratch, I might say. But that's quite enough. Suffice to say, I'm definitely using everything that I've got to most excellent efficiency. The theocracy is really doing me good work for the moment. Although I would like to upgrade, but I really don't want to do any of these. All of these are so... yeah... disgusting. What even is a digital democracy now that I... Just gonna take a bit of a look here. I don't know.
The whole palace complex is built along a central axis, the axis of the world. Everything in the four directions suspend from this central point, represented by these palaces.
Frankly, I would have preferred the Temple of Heaven. But the Forbidden Palace has been in just about every version of this game, but... I mean, the Forbidden City. Alright, dedication time, and we have yet another golden era. What a freaking surprise. And Georgia languishes in a dark age, as does Cyrus. And everyone else has a normal age. Boy, I've been eating it up, man. What should I do next? Well, we're not gonna go to arms. Heartbeat of Steam is an interesting idea. Can't be plundered would be nice. I mean, because gold would really make things even cooler. On the other hand, Hic sunt Dracones would make settling on other continents and building lavras, and therefore apostles, even easier. I think Hic sunt Dracones is a really good idea. They're probably not gonna like it, but, Ooh, antiquity sites are now a thing. Nice. But I think I'm gonna keep focusing on the whole religion thing. So now that I've got that, may as well work on that preserve I was working on before. Alright, and now I've got a wildcard slot, which I can use for whatever I'd like. I think I'll do colonial taxes. And I won't produce any more settlers for the time being, but I will want them eventually. That being the case, Skyscrapers, yeah. Oh, that probably is one of the ones that they gave me. Trade Confederation. Public Works. Maybe Public Works, but honestly, I've already got all the builders I need for the moment, and if I don't, well, I can produce more like that. I think retainers? I don't know. I think what I've got now is fine, honestly. All cities with a district, that can't be good, honestly. I think it's time to move some of our governors a bit. Not exactly yet, but because I still want to establish that fishery. Or those fisheries, if I can do that. Where can I rest and repair at? Probably within my own borders, I have the sad suspicion. So I'm gonna buy another apostle because I can, and send him to continue the mission over in Georgia. Man, what a mess this is gonna be. Alright. Orthodoxy has a really decent stronghold over here, but we gotta keep the pressure up. We haven't got much more use for these guys, except in terms of theological combat, but it's going alright for the moment. Orthodoxy, by the way, isn't nearly this evangelical, at least not nowadays, and frankly neither is Catholicism. A lot of the libertines may be really happy about that, but for my part, I wish we were a little more committed to not proselytization in the sense of forcing people to convert, but just proclaiming the gospel. I think a lot of people have taken a little too enthusiastically to heart the whole saying that preach Christ, if necessary, use words, which is attributed to St. Francis. I don't know why Orthodox would care about that. He's not one of theirs. I know this much, though. Scientific theory, and I wonder what locomotive that thing is.
If facts don't fit the theory, change the facts.
Not sure what I make of that saying. Alright, but we've got well, no, we don't have industrialization yet. We could, though. Should we? I'm not sure. I could get my military unit, though, if I wanted. Maybe I should, but not sure that I want to. Oh, wait. No. Now I remember. Wait. That's a civic thing. I wanted to do conservation, you'll recall. But that's a civic thing, and I'm not keen on doing that just yet. But I say we skip over and... Oh! Orzagaj. Built on a river, provides culture. I wonder if that might possibly be revenge for not getting the Great Bath. That would be nice to think. Yep. Can purchase things with faith. Probably not gonna yet. Didn't mean to do that. Herp-a-derp. Is it too late to purchase? Yeah, it's too late to purchase an apostle. What is a knee hang? Oh, cool. Doesn't really have any traits that I consider useful, but hey, no, that's cool. In its own right, that's pretty cool. Alright, Smolensk is going to become Azov. And we're gonna build some stuff, man. We are gonna build some stuff. What sort of stuff? Not totally sure yet, but... Oh! A granary would probably be good, all things considered. What about a dam? Maybe not a dam. I don't give a damn about dams. Let's build a lavra. Okay, actually, no. Let's not build a lavra because that's not a good use of the resources I've got. There's no really good places to build much of anything, honestly. This is actually a really bad... I realize now that this is not really a great place to build a city. Build a water park out there. Why not? Sure. Good to see that the religion is doing a grand job. I'm truly thankful that this has gone smoothly, and with the death of very, very few apostles. Because religious games can be just a bit tedious. You know, not dying all the time kind of makes it less so. No, Donatello, stay. Okay. Well, I am glad that I now know how fisheries work. I didn't previously, but knowing that they work that way is more helpful. An art museum, we're just shy of it, probably because I spent gold on something I didn't need to. Ah, well. Can't be promoted because I screwed up and used some of his, you know, religious juices. Yeah. Kaganer. while you still can. Or face my wrath. Face the wrath of God. I don't know. Tell you what, though, I'm not gonna let his units get away quickly. I'm really kind of irritated that he's...
At Rhodes was set up a colossus of 70 cubits high, representing the sun. The artist expended as much bronze in it as seemed likely to create a dearth in the mines.
And it took this bloody long to build? Serves you right. Ha! Awesome. Sorry, got some rum here. I deserve that. Ha! You deserve to lose out. And I deserve to have a nice equestrian statue. Oh, that is handsome. Beautiful. Can't wait to continue using that. Meanwhile, however, I think I am going to move my governor again. Because where she presently is not very useful. And within a few turns, she'll be able to do much greater good over in Tumutarakan, which is where I'm going to build my first lavra. Gonna build more industrial stuff in Chernigov. Yes, I know that. I might get a trader. I can't afford a trader just yet. Oh, my leg. Anyway. Seriously, could do with some AC, but my problems are not supposed to be yours. I'm not interested in making them yours. Not at the moment. Seriously, why would I buy a knee hang when I could get a man-at-arms or anything else? Doesn't make any sense. Wait, feck. Oh, it has to be a military expedition. Well, isn't that just convenient? Meanwhile, I do have a builder here who's doing us some good. Okay, now what am I going to do with you? What can I do with this settler here? So we're kind of out of areas in the red owned by Kiev Rus, but I could just name something else. Considering it's by a river, I think maybe Sarkel? Not totally realistic, but hey, whatever. Okay. Now, I just saw a trader somewhere. Or I thought I did. I'll get back to that in a second, however. I'll build that somewhere else, maybe. I'll try building a spy, because I haven't done that yet, and I'm not sure I'll be very good at it yet. Great work of art slots could be very useful, but what I really could use is a lavra. But I already determined I was going to start in Tumutarakan, I believe it was. So instead I'll build a watermill and try and increase that. Ah, my workers made it there. My trader over in Pskov has made it there. I say go to the new island instead for the moment. Go cross the map, explore a bit for us, and go meet the other apostles over in Polish territory, if you please. You'll make an indefatigable fighting force. About 10 more minutes before I leave off. I may come back tomorrow night, since tonight's going to be a bit short on account of the religious goings-on. But I would say, if the trajectory of this isn't obvious, that you don't need to be a fighting force in order to be great in the world. I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately, my apostles are now weaker on account of everything, but we're still doing fine. We'll send that missionary over here since he doesn't need to evangelize our people, which is grand. Honestly, we're going to end up using this builder just making fisheries.
People can have the Model T in any color, so long as it's black.
Hey, they recycled that. They recycled that from Civ 4. Nice to know they're conscientious about the environment. So conscientious, they will reuse quotes now and again. That is so great. I am, of course, being flippant. But I'm not really complaining either. Honestly, why complain? It's still good. And Judith slaying Holofernes. This is one that I've wanted to talk about for a while yet. If you don't know what this refers to a book of the Bible. What a surprise. A book in the Catholic Bible, however. Again, about a Hebrew widow who marches into the enemy camp. Not exactly marches, but she goes into the enemy camp of... I've been told that Holofernes is basically the equivalent of, if you were to tell a modern story about a general who belonged to Hitler, the leader of the Soviet Union. So Judith is very clearly a type of fiction, but it's nevertheless a really uplifting story. And just because it is sort of this heroic novel about this heroic woman who goes and thwarts the enemies of Israel, it's still lovely in that respect. It is part of the Deuterocanon, so the canon that came after the original Hebrew scriptures, but it has nevertheless caught the imagination, certainly, of our friend Donatello here. I highly recommend you give it a read because it's a good book. Years ago, as a matter of fact, there was a publisher called Manga Hero who produced a Judith manga, like a comic book in the Japanese style. I don't know if it was back to front or whatever, but at any rate. Okay, so it can sail over rivers if need be, but I think maybe better to establish trade routes with the local cities. We've decided to have our Eucharistic Congress over in Caguana, and unfortunately our guy got so wasted he's now gone forever. That's unfortunate. I really should have used him a little more wisely. Okay, and builder here. What can we do with you, hon? Lumber mill? That's possible, but there's got to be a better use for you. I say we send you up there. Looks like there's some animals up there. Oh, truffles! Very good. Okay, and while we're talking about gold... let's buy another builder. And can I afford a... I can afford a granary. I think we'll do that too, because I saw Sarkel needs food. Sarkel, as I understand, was a fortress that ended up being raided by the Kumans. If you've ever played Age of Empires 2, the definitive edition in particular, you'll know that the Kuman's wonder is the ruins of Sarkel Fortress.
Son, have you seen the reign of God? It passed and entered beneath the mountains of God. There will be a ring in the sky where the water of God has passed.
Okay, this is cool, don't get me wrong, but this actually kind of looks like the oasis on Monkey Island, if you've ever played the original Secret of Monkey Island. I mean, it doesn't have the river flowing to it, but it looks like the end product of it. Which is probably why they made it like that, because that actually is a really cool design. Ah.
The number of people living in your empire is truly impressive.
You have satisfied Basil II's agenda, populace. What was that? Ooh, nice. I didn't know we had spies, or that we could kill them. I mean, I suspected we had spies, but I could never really prove it. At any rate, this courser has been going forever, man. I wonder what we could... I wonder what couldn't we do without it. If that makes any sense. I'm generally impressed with how it's done so far, is what I'm trying to say, I think. Alright, this apostle joins the fray over in Caguana. Okay. Orthodoxy does not quite have a foothold, but it's getting there. We definitely need more apostles to make themselves felt here. Good thing we're gonna get our new governess in a bit, so that we can build a Lavra. Krakow. We won't convert you just yet, but you are on the agenda. we need to pick some other ones first. Alright, and it's been an hour 30, but I'll go for a few more minutes. At least as long as this music goes on. Honestly, these coastal settlements are doing alright, but they're still not lifting the load because they are so young. You know, if I give it another half an hour, it might be better, but eh. Not that I think there's any serious worry about. Okay, them needing to contribute? I think honestly we're doing great from what we're already doing. A river that we don't care about floods. I can purchase another apostle with faith. Industrialization's been boosted. This apostle can be promoted. What shall we promote him with? We'll promote him with that and get him to travel to a place literally a tile away in order to get his boost up, so that he can convert lots of people. It's everything that we hoped for, man. And let's send some more envoys and maybe end this on an even higher note than it has any right to be at. No, not apparently. That's alright, though. Alright, if you're gonna capture that city, I'm gonna make sure you have to go around, and I'm going to be annoying in order to stop you. Yeah. You know, the fact that nobody has been here and yet there are still ancient sites makes me wonder if... It makes me wonder if real ancient sites are kind of just randomly placed kind of like resources in this game. I'm being kind of flippant, but, you know? I'm not a creationist or anything, but, you know, if God wanted to place artificial ancient sites at point to civilizations that didn't actually exist, that would be pretty funny, actually. I don't think he would, but I mean, he certainly could, but, anyway, not important. Speculative theology is not as fun as it sounds. Alright, but it's nearly time to go. We'll pick up from here next time, though, don't you worry. But it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you for joining me. Okay, I'm finally getting the hang of this. I just need to change Peter with Rurik for the Rurikid dynasty, which this is very, very loosely based off of. Look at that map, though, man. I've got these islands here, I've got this whole coast. We still got to settle down there eventually, but... You know, this is one thing that I kind of miss about Civ 3, where you just had a realistic number of cities rather than just a few sprinkled... Anyway. But this has been good. Thank you for joining me. I think it's time. I think that is a good note to stop on. Peace, folks. Pray for the political situation in Russia and Ukraine, or the war situation. Pray for the situation in the Supreme Court. Pray that God's will be done, for we have a good and merciful and loving God who desires the health of all men, and when I say all men, I mean all humankind, and who keeps an eye on all of us, and who makes himself available to all of us if we will listen to him and give ourselves over to him. Peace to you, and I love you all deeply, and I pray for the lives of each and every one of you listening. I pray that you may come to know the peace and care that I have come to know. Love you all. Have a good night.